Anxiety, illness, internal conflicts, you do not feel these by chance. You are trapped in a frequency that keeps you stuck, weak, and easily manipulated. There is an ancient wisdom, both forbidden and censored, buried under layers of false beliefs that a powerful elite has kept hidden from ordinary eyes for millennia. This truth does not just heal diseases or drive away anguish, it can literally reprogram your reality. Pay close attention. The secret revealed here is so striking and stunning that once you know it, you will never see life the same way again. You were kept in the dark for a reason. Knowledge is power, and that power was never in your hands, until now. While the vast majority continue to live like puppets, stuck in an artificial frequency of pain, fear, and suffering, a select group has mastered the hidden vibrational techniques used by Nikola Tesla and ancient civilizations to achieve infinite prosperity, complete healing, and expanded consciousness. But watch out, what you are about to see now will challenge all your programmed beliefs. Be prepared, because a whole new journey of profound knowledge is about to begin. It is a journey where hidden wisdom will be unveiled, completely transforming how you perceive the universe.
Your current reality is a direct result of the dominant frequencies you send out every day, often without even realizing it. Be careful with environments loaded with negativity and conflict, because they can tune you to lower, harmful frequencies. If possible, make small tweaks like decorating your house with harmonious geometric shapes, known as biogeometry, or spending more time in nature, where frequencies are naturally high and purifying. As you understand and apply these vibrational principles, you will notice that you are not simply living a life. You are co-creating it in real time. A small shift in your vibration may seem insignificant, but imagine adding up these tiny changes over weeks, months, and years. Altogether, they amount to nothing less than the complete transformation of your reality. Between the lines of time, there is a wisdom that refuses to be forgotten. A persistent echo from ancient civilizations resonates quietly through the ages, revealing a subtle code that many call a magical frequency. To the untrained eye, this might sound too mystical, but to those who dare to listen beyond the daily noise, it is a call to rediscover the true nature of reality. Ancient cultures, from the Egyptians to the Maya, from the Vedas to the Aboriginal peoples, did not view the world solely with their physical eyes. They listened. They listened to the stones, the rivers, the stars, and most importantly, they listened to the vibration of all that exists. They believed every being, object, and thought carries a unique frequency, a kind of energetic signature that, once understood and harmonized, can profoundly influence both matter and spirit. These ancient sages did not separate spirituality from science. To them, everything was woven into the same vibrational fabric. According to records from ancient Egypt, for instance, healing temples did not rely only on herbs or words. They used sounds, resonances, chants tuned to specific frequencies. It is no coincidence that some Egyptian ruins still echo sounds at 432 Hz, considered by many as the frequency of the universe for its alleged power to sync the mind, body, and soul with the natural rhythms of creation. But what did these civilizations know that we have forgotten? The truth is, this wisdom never actually disappeared. It just went into hiding. Locked away by esoteric orders, Tibetan monks, and forest shamans, this vibrational science was deemed too sacred to fall into unprepared hands. After all, as Hermes Trismegistus once said, as above, so below. Manipulating the vibrations of reality without wisdom is like handing a lightning bolt to a child. However, we are living in an era of rediscovery. Thanks to the progress of quantum physics, neuroscience, and contemporary spirituality, we are reclaiming what the ancients always knew. Everything vibrates, and vibration creates realities. The renowned scientist Nikola Tesla once said, "If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Today, Practices like sound therapy using Tibetan bowls, mantras, and music at 528 Hz, often called the frequency of love, are being used to balance emotions, restore health, and deepen meditation. Advanced treatment centers in Germany, for example, use sound frequencies to treat neurological disorders, showing that this connection between science and spirituality is real and accessible. However, perhaps the most fascinating part is realizing that this wisdom is not out of reach. It beats within every one of us. Experiments with water led by Dr. Masaru Emoto demonstrated how words, intentions, and sounds can alter the molecular structure of water. Words of love produce harmonious crystals. Words of hate create chaotic forms. Considering that over 70% of the human body is made of water, imagine the impact of the vibrations we send out and receive on a daily basis. A single word can be a remedy or a poison. At this point, a quiet revolution begins. More and more people are waking up to the idea that we are not passive victims of reality, but vibrational co-creators of it. And that changes everything. By adjusting our internal frequencies through practices like meditation, mindful breathing, harmonic music, and connecting with nature, we can shift our vibrational field and, as a result, influence what we attract, feel, and manifest. This is an inner spiritual technology, always available yet rarely explored. To get started, you do not need any mystical gear. Even simple actions make a difference. Play music tuned to 432 Hz when you wake up, repeat mantras such as Om Mani Padme Hum throughout the day, or just sit in silence for 5 minutes while taking slow, deep breaths. Done with intention, these practices realign your vibrational field and reconnect you to life's original frequency. More than just a theory, this wisdom is a practice, a way of life. It is not about finding the sacred only in temples, but also recognizing it in the sound of the wind, in a child's laughter, and in the beating of your own heart. The magical frequency reminds us that everything is alive, everything speaks, everything sings, and we can learn how to listen. Here is the most intriguing question. If we learn to hear the universe's frequencies, could we learn to speak to it as well? Not in words, but in resonance. And if our thoughts, feelings, and actions vibrate at the same frequency as the reality we desire, do we become, in the end, true alchemists of our own existence? Many are beginning to ask questions like this, though the answers still rest in silence, awaiting those who dare to go beyond the visible, beyond the obvious. After all, the greatest key does not lie in what we hear with our ears, but in what we feel vibrating when all is quiet. And when that silence lines up with ancient wisdom, everything changes. The inner world reorganizes, the external world responds, and something profoundly transformative starts to emerge. At the frontiers where ancient knowledge meets modern scientific advances, a new therapeutic field is taking shape and gaining depth: frequency therapy. This practice, relegated for centuries to the realm of spirituality or traditional medicine, is re-emerging under the lens of technology, hinting at a silent and profoundly effective revolution in how we understand health, healing, and well-being. For a long time, mentioning vibrational healing was almost automatically linked to mysticism. But that perspective is shifting. Cutting-edge labs and respected universities have started investigating what ancestral traditions always affirmed. The human body responds to specific frequencies, and when those frequencies are out of whack, imbalances appear: physical, mental, and emotional. Modern science is beginning to demonstrate with mathematical precision that sound, light, and electromagnetic fields can prompt significant biological responses. This is no longer about belief, but evidence. Researchers at Yale University, for instance, have shown that certain mechanical vibrations help regenerate bone tissue faster than conventional treatments. Meanwhile, labs at MIT have documented how low-frequency sound impulses can affect the behavior of human cells, including tumor cells. Central to this approach is one simple but powerful principle: resonance. Just as a crystal glass can vibrate to the point of shattering if it is exposed to the right frequency, our cells also respond to vibrational stimuli. Every cell type has a natural frequency, a unique note. When it is exposed to the correct vibration, the cell can be energized, repaired, or even broken apart if it is out of balance, like what happens to cancer cells. One of the most promising areas is vibrational oncology. In a study led by Dr. Anthony Holland, frequencies ranging between 100 kHz and 300 kHz were able to destabilize the membranes of cancer cells without affecting nearby healthy cells. These findings have paved the way for devices that do not use drugs or radiation, only sound, like healing could really come in the form of music. And perhaps it can. Frequency therapy is already being practically applied in many countries. Specialized clinics use bioresonance machines, PEMF, pulsed electromagnetic field devices, and healing sound synthesizers to treat everything from insomnia and anxiety to chronic pain and inflammation. The big difference is that there are no side effects because the body is treated as an energetic field rather than just a biological machine. This integration between empirical and intuitive approaches rekindles something that has long been fragmented: the holistic view of humanity. Rather than isolating symptoms, vibrational medicine aims to harmonize the system as a whole, acknowledging that emotions, thoughts, and habits also generate frequencies that affect our internal balance. Anger, for instance, vibrates around 150 Hz, while feelings like gratitude and compassion go above 500 Hz. It is no coincidence that higher emotional states are linked to improvements in the immune system. For those who want to incorporate this knowledge into daily life, there are practical ways to begin. Listening to certain kinds of music, like compositions tuned to 528 Hz, said to help repair DNA, or 396 Hz, which helps release emotional traumas, can significantly boost your mood and energy levels. Apps offering binaural beats, which stimulate the brain to enter deep relaxation, are also a convenient and effective way to experience sound therapy's benefits. This path toward vibrational medicine does not replace traditional medicine, but rather expands it. It proposes an integrative model in which technology is guided by a subtler, more sensitive understanding of the human being. After all, as Nobel Prize-winning physicist Max Planck put it, all the matter that we see is actually energy vibrating at a certain frequency. If that is the case, then we can no longer see the body as separate from the mind, nor health as merely the absence of disease. We are talking about a shift in consciousness, where healing is not simply taking a pill, but aligning yourself